Here's a question I get all the time. Do I need new hearing aids, or is somebody just trying to sell me new hearing aids? I think it's a fair question. Hearing aids are not cheap. Nobody wants to upgrade just because there's a new shiny model out with Bluetooth, AI technology, and probably a tiny espresso machine at this point. So today, let's talk about when it actually makes sense to upgrade your hearing aids and when it doesn't. Now, before we dive into the video, I want you to make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. My name is Dario 𝗪𝗪. I'm an audiologist and doctor of audiology, and I've helped hundreds of people in the Toronto area to achieve better hearing and solve complex cases of hearing loss. Now, first, age alone might not be enough to upgrade your hearing aid, and maybe we can dive a little bit deeper into that later. I've seen 5-year-old hearing aids still doing a pretty good job, and I've seen 2-year-old hearing aids completely missing the mark on somebody's needs. I think the question is not how old are they, but how are they functioning for you? The question is, are they still functioning well for you? Here are the signs it may be time. First up, your hearing has changed. If your hearing has progressed, your hearing aids may simply not have enough power, clarity, or flexibility than they did a few years ago. This is why updated hearing tests matter. It's important that you're having your hearing tested once yearly or every other year. The last thing you want to do is have your last hearing test be the time that you got your hearing aids. Don't guess, get measured. Now, if your hearing has changed, it doesn't automatically mean you need a new hearing aid. There may be some flexibility, but it is something to keep in mind, especially if there's a more significant change than we typically expect to see year to year. 2, you're struggling in places that used to be manageable. Restaurants, meetings, family conversations, groups. If you used to be okay and now you're constantly exhausted, asking people for repetition, avoiding certain situations, or getting together with people, or pretending you heard the punchline, something needs review. Now, sometimes that means programming, sometimes that means we need to send it out for repair, or sometimes that means we have to take you from a dome to a custom ear mold. And sometimes it means the technology is no longer enough. Your hearing aids are constantly breaking. One repair, fine. Multiple repairs, moisture damage, weak microphones, battery issues, intermittent sound. And at some point, you're not wearing your hearing aids anymore. You are managing a tiny electronic crisis. If they spend more time in the repair department than they do in your ears, it's probably time we replace them. And when we think about age for hearing aids, we want to think about technology and repairs. I tell people all the time, your hearing aids degrade over time. And so yes, when we start to look at out of warranty repairs, we have to think and justify. Does sending them out for repair and investing in old technology make sense? Or are we better to take those hundreds or thousands of dollars and instead of investing that money in old technology, do we invest that in new technology that we think is going to help you hear better? And when we think about H2, we think about technology. I mean, if you think about an iPhone 5 or 10 years ago and an iPhone today, very different. If we think about a hearing aid 5 years ago to a hearing aid today, it blows it out of the water. 4, your lifestyle has changed. Maybe you've retired and your life is a little bit quieter, or you've gone back to work and you're in more environments than you ever thought you would be. Or you've gone back to work and you're in more challenging environments than ever before. Or you're traveling to new places and you're hearing with people with accent. Or you're now the designated grandchild translator. Different lifestyles, different hearing demands. The hearing aid that worked for your life 5 years ago may purely not be the perfect match. Connectivity actually matters to you. Newer hearing aids are going to offer better technologies like Bluetooth connectivity, Auracast, apps, rechargeable batteries, remote adjustments, and wireless accessories. Now, I'm not saying you need every feature. Some people want simplicity, and that's beautiful. But newer technology allows you to work more simply because you're letting the hearing aid do the work for you. But if phone calls, work meetings, and streaming is a big part of your day, then these features are no longer about luxury or perks. They're about function. Your current hearing aids were never fit properly in the first place. This is the uncomfortable one. Sometimes people think they need an upgrade, but they really just need proper fitting. This means checking the physical fit, replacing receivers, making sure that the hearing aid fits properly and comfortably in the ear, giving it a really thorough cleaning. I tell people all the time, although cleaning is simple, it makes a huge difference in how your hearing aids are going to function and work for you. And of course, verifying the output of your hearing aids using real ear measurements. Real ear measurements, like I've talked about in a lot of videos, are going to help to verify that your hearing aids are actually programmed based on the size, the shape of your ear, but also your hearing loss. It's not enough to take a hearing aid out of the box and pop it on your ear and rely on manufacturer software. You know, sometimes it's pretty close, but always need to verify and make adjustments. And this is a reality I see far too often, sadly. We get people who come from other clinics and they're just struggling with their hearing aids. And when I look at the devices, they're new devices that are actually really great technology. And when we do a comprehensive hearing test, we take the appropriate measures and we run them through real ear. Oftentimes the settings are all over the place. So before upgrading, ask, have we optimized what I already have for what I need? Now, in Ontario, there's another practical piece. We have the Assistive Devices Program. Now, if you have a valid OHIP card and a permanent hearing loss expected to last longer than 6 months, you may be eligible for the Assistive Devices Program that contributes funding towards the cost of hearing devices. They will contribute to new hearing devices every 5 years with a funding of about $500 per side. Now, there are exceptions to that and scenarios where you can access the funding earlier than the 5-year mark. Now, funding rules and application processes can sometimes change, so it's always good to check in. And periodically, your own health insurance may change as well. We've had some patients who in the past could replace their hearing aids every 5 years, and their health plan upgraded and now they're eligible every 3 or 4 years. But don't let funding timing be the only factor. The real question is, are your hearing aids still meeting your needs? So when is the right time to upgrade? Well, when your hearing has changed, when your life has changed, when your repairs are constant, when you're struggling in situations that matter, when newer features would genuinely improve your daily function, or when your current hearing aids can no longer be properly adjusted to meet your needs. Now, in good faith, I tell all my patients, I don't want you to be wearing the same hearing aid more than about 5 years because the changes in technology are huge. Now, I don't want you to feel like you have to upgrade because someone waved a shiny brochure at you. Start with a hearing test, check the devices, verify the settings, and then decide. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with somebody who's trying to decide, are their hearing aids just old or were they never properly verified? Because sometimes the best upgrade is new technology, and sometimes it's just better care.